Well, there's never a shortage of shows or sights and sounds throughout this city, but for the next few hours, all eyes are glued to Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas.
Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Miami Dolphins and the Las Vegas Raiders.
Allegiant Stadium. From the 10.
For Darrell Patterson on the return, the Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground.
And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line. This defense for the Dolphins, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Again, it's Mixon. Only a couple there, so he'll be brought down about the 28.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Now Carr. And he fires one, but incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Las Vegas sending out their punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And it's fielded at the 34. 35 yards that time on the punt. And it'll be Dolphin football.
41-yard line.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Now ETN to start the drive.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
He's going to air one out. He's got a man complete.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. But sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And from where we sit, if you had told me that that ball was somehow going to get from point A to point B, I would have told you no way. I mean, that was an absolute cannon shot, and he still dropped it right on the money, too.
Yeah, and that throw traveling an even 64 yards in the air.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll try the left side with Etienne.
And he is in. Touchdown, Miami.
Travis Etienne
with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the second most in a single year.
And the Dolphins are on the board first here in Vegas. Evan McPherson for the extra point.
And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins.
Makes the score Dolphins 7, Raiders 0. Evan McPherson set to kick off.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From the 10. Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. Two division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think when you're talking about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I was so excited about this game because, to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these two teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of the tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Here's Carr to throw.
Man open, that's Jamar Chase, complete.
Shoves him aside.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run in the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Again, it's Mixon. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway, because that's your strength.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I think that's a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. The kick by Carlson is good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Another tote for Etienne.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. For a lot of people, MVP award means a quarterback award usually. But over 100 yards again last week. They're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. It's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him. Over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Hurts.
He's going to wind up and air it out. Touchdown, Dolphins. A great play there with his 16th touchdown of the year as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big streak like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10.
Cordero Patterson on the return. The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
Back to Mixon on second down.
And some room to roam now. There he goes, left side.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Joe Mixon
with career touchdown number 126, the same number Jim Brown had during his 9-year career.
And the Raiders are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3.
And he lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And some room to work. And he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line.
You remember in preseason when we went to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and guys either slapping at the ball or the machine.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Fumble on first down. Now here's second down. Running out of the gun with ETN.
That one a first down pickup of 8.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
They'll go with Akers here up the middle.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak, and what's working in their favor, the winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as...
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
Cam Akers with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year.
And they are able to add on to their advantage.
So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and that makes it a 21-10 game.
21, Raiders 10. Evan McPherson is set to kick off.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Back to Mixon on second down.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
The Raiders at 12-3 now on the year. They've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
Once again, they run with Mixon. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6.
Now they'll throw with Carr. Looking for Marshall, but it's intercepted.
Brandon Jones picking it off. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
Big Leonard Williams there on the stop.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
On second down, Etienne once more.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
The Raiders call on a nickel set here for third down.
A shotgun snap, and again to Etienne.
And he's got room. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
Travis Etienne
with career touchdown number 75. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
So 2 touchdowns for him on the ground in this first half, and that one a thing of beauty.
And just like his last touchdown run, we saw him be patient, How about his vision where he's able to identify where the opening was? And then how about the escort right down the field all the way to the end zone from his blockers?
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Carr on the bootleg.
He will find his man Chase complete.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Here comes Marshall in motion right. Play action. Now it's Carr.
Complete. It's Dotson. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Carr looking deep downfield. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Now Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And that'll get the deficit down to 15. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
At the 25-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Daniel Carlson taking off for Las Vegas.
The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
incomplete pass on second down. That'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Here's Hurts to throw.
He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Call that a gain of 38. A big march forward on the 3rd down conversion.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Straight ahead, Etienne.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And they'll go again with Etienne.
And some room to maneuver. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown.
Travis Etienne.
34 yards.
And the Dolphins take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead opens up now to 22 points.
Raiders 13. Evan McPherson set to kick off.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taken from about the 12.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground.
110 yards rushing for him now in this one as he is closing in on 1,800 yards for the year.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Running left, it's Mixon. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key 1st downs and big runs.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down.
Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
And it'll be intercepted.
Daxton Hill picks it off, and the Dolphins are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
2nd and 9 now from the 21.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Now it's 2nd and 9. ETN once more.
There he goes, right side. The 40. Past the 20. And he's in for the score. And his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
You talk about the dominating rushing performances that you and I have seen together. This has got to be right up there. His 4th touchdown run of the game and another long one to boot.
And I don't need to ask for a witness because you're right here with me. We are watching this, and we're watching such a performance that is demoralizing for anyone on defense. You know, it starts out coaches screaming, tackle him, get him. And after that last touchdown, I bet it's pure silence on that side of the ball.
This one taken just inside the 10. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this 2nd half.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr.
Got this complete to the tight end Pitts.
But he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
A gain of 5.
I thought maybe when he caught, he'd have a good chance of getting that 1st down, but that's a nice. Holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. And with that, they're down to 1 remaining here in this 2nd half.
Gets it out quickly here to the left flat.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st.
And that's a big pickup of a 1st down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. Inside handoff to Mixon.
168 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Back to Mixon on second down.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They lost 4 there, and it's third down.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Raiders 13.
The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. To throw his Carr.
Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A handoff, running left, Mixon. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. It's Mixon on the counter. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That one a first down pickup of 8.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Mixon with a first down carry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown.
Joe Mixon,
his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Raiders get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Carlson on for the PAT. And that'll cut the lead down to 22.
Daniel Carlson to kick off for the Raiders.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
It certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
On second down, Etienne once more.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Man, 222 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ballgame. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And he'll be pretty well stopped at his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Throwing is Hurts.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. It's a big play there for Miami. 53 yards.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
They'll run here with Akers.
You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal.
A give up the middle to Akers.
They get the penalty yardage back plus 5 more as they get it to 2nd and 5.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
A give to Etienne running right. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. Three tight ends up front here. 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Etienne.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
On for the field goal now is Evan McPherson.
From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
On fourth down, Sean McDermott trots the field goal unit out there.
McPherson's kick is good.
And the Dolphins will add on to their lead.
We're ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
From the 10. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Their own 28-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. That 5-game win streak is ticking away here in the fourth quarter.
Just Mixon hit, and the ball is out. But I think the Raiders are going to be able to hold on to it, yes.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Behind the chain, 2nd and 12.
Mixing up the middle. And he powers his way up past the 30.
4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
On 3rd down, Mixon. And he's stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
A higher scoring game.